is working. Can you hear me okay? Sound okay? Am I too far away from the microphone? That usually is what happens. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for being here. Oh, I forgot to open the chat. That's what I'm missing. I'm like, why do I feel like something's missing? Yeah, missed one button here. One button. How's everybody doing? I hope you all had a great weekend. I had a fantastic weekend. As you know, if you watch football, my boys won the championship. As far as I'm concerned, that was the championship. All right, let's see. It says there's a chat. Maybe if somebody says something in the chat, I will know for sure that it's connected. All right. Well, how's everybody doing? Well, thanks for being here. Let me start by saying I am so sorry to the guys that won 2 weeks ago. All right. All right. Quindor's here. Oh, good. We're going to be all right. We're all going to be okay now. Fantastic. So I started to say apologies to all the guys who won cameras 2 weeks ago that I still haven't sent them to. I will not rest tonight. I will not rest. I will not go to bed until I have fulfilled those camera winning orders or whatever, packages, till I've packed them. So forgive me, but I will get it done. Christopher, how you doing, dude? I haven't seen you in forever. How's it going? All right, Bo's here. Who else we got? Dr. 44, Juan. Okay, Brian. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, good. Well, thanks for being here, guys. So yesterday, put out a video. First time in a long time. And I knew going into that video that there was going to be a lot of people wondering about Govee specifically. So let me just start there. Hi, please have a look. Dev the researcher. Please have a look at what, Dev? So Govee. So let me tell you Govee real quick. So I have ordered Govee lights from AliExpress twice, and they have not sent them. So I have been trying to avoid paying full price on Amazon for them, but at this point, I'm probably not going to be able to avoid it. So I looked today to order them on Amazon, and the ones that I want would be the ones with the black wire that have the white LED in them as well as the RGB. It says they won't get here till January 20-something. So I'll try and get some others here before that, but we certainly won't have them super soon, unfortunately. But the concept, so what I thought we'd do today, and again, I'm trying to keep these short. Gotta respect my nap time. They're afraid of you reviewing them. Maybe, Joel. Maybe. They won't. They haven't, like, they, so I went back through my email. I'm thinking, Govee has got to have given me an offer at some point in the past. And sure enough, I found in my email in 2019, they offered me something. Hi. You want my phone?
Yeah, to take off some light.
Okay, here you go. They offered to send me, there's Gracie. They offered to send me some of their lights behind the TV that they were producing at the time that had like a camera on it. That was how their system worked. And I said, yeah, sure, send it to me. And they never did. And then they haven't sent me anything since. That's okay. Like, I can review things that I actually pay for. I don't have to have free things. And I know Govee is popular. And like I said, I've tried to buy them a couple times, but because they've had them on AliExpress, but then they just haven't shipped them. I don't understand why. What my suspicion is with Govee lights, at least with the original Govee lights, is that their pucks, their original pucks, the little square ones, are the same, if not exactly the same, very similar to some of the ones that I have here today. Love you, baby. Some of the ones that I have here today. But I will get their new ones because their original ones don't have a white light. The ones they have now that are their 2, which is not great marketing, they've done really good. Govee has made some really good stuff. I'm not knocking Govee at all. They made some really good stuff. But their new ones that they have are just called, they're like Govee Permanent Holiday Lights 2. And that 2 is what they use to indicate that it has the RGBW, from what I can tell. And the original ones don't. So you go to Amazon and you see the Govee lights that you stick on the house. Most of the ones that you're going to see right away are the older ones that are just RGB, which is great. But they also have ones that are RGBW. And I want the RGBW ones. Please have a look. At what, Mr. Dev? At what? Look at what, dude? Look at what? I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry. Did you send me something? I need a doctor today. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Chris. I'm glad you're here. So anyways, what I thought we'd do today is let's go through the basic process for kind of bypassing the intended controller for any of these pucks, any of these puck lights, and slipping in a wLED controller. I think we can do that. I think we can do it pretty quick. I haven't, honestly, again, we had company here in town this week, and so I have not focused on this stuff very much, and I did not prepare. I was just saying goodbye to everybody as they were just now leaving my house, and so I have not really prepped all this one. Hey, pink one. Oh, is that Grace, the pink one, or me? Anyway, oh, you know what? I don't think I'm getting, am I not getting Twitch chat up there? Maybe I'm not getting Twitch chat. Doesn't look like I'm getting Twitch chat. Okay. Anyways, let's look at some of these lights that I have here. Let's go to this. Okay, so here what we're going to use to test this out is going to be an Uno and an external antenna. Okay? Now I know that somebody has moved my camera because it was focused perfectly. No, it's not. I guess that's going to have to be. Oh, the pink one is you. Oh, Johnny, you're the pink one? Oh, okay. All right. So let's go through some of these that I have on my desk just so I can move them off my desk. If they're not right there and they're not hanging up, then they're by my bed. There's so many tangled up things. Anyways, so I've got these here. Do you remember me looking at these with you? I don't remember if I opened these up or not. I have looked at these. I have opened them up. And these may be useful. They're certainly cheap, but I want to show you what you're getting into if these are the lights you get. Because you're kind of like, oh, you look at me like, oh, that's kind of a big diffuser thing, you know, maybe that'll be kind of good. And it might be. But what you'd be surprised to know, I guess, what I was surprised to find, if I can get a tool out of here to open them up, is underneath this little diffuser here is a tiny little seed pixel, or what I was calling fairy lights. I think people call them, I think they call them seeds. They might call them something else too. But anyways, that's all it is these tiny little light and this big old diffuser. But maybe that's fine. One thing I have noticed is that when you put this up on the house and it's dark, you don't need super bright lights. Super bright lights are cool and they're nice, like those Lumery lights that we just put on Gur's house. They're super bright. Like you can read a book in the driveway now at his house because of those lights. So that's great to have those lights, but maybe you don't need them. That's my point. Maybe you don't need them. Hey, from Paris. All right. Hey, Dolly. Oh, you love me? Oh, thanks, man. I love you too. Thanks for being here. Johnny, I want to know how you got the name The Pink One. What's that about? So anyways, these are some cheap ones I got from AliExpress. We're not going to mess with those today too much. There's their controller. Look at that. It's just like USB. Wow. That's crazy. That's interesting. Superlife. SUPRLIFE. Superlife. Anyways, those are some we're going to put over here on the ground. I actually think those could be useful. Those could be kind of cool. But we're not going to mess with those today. We have here some more. These are some RGB only pucks. I believe these are RGB only. These are ones that we had been selling with some track. So just another ones that exist. These I think are 12 volts. So those you wouldn't have to do anything funny with. You just splice the wires, put them in, and they're good to go. We have here, I think what we will work on is the Lumery ones. Oh, I don't have a 36 volt. Oh, I do have a 36 volt power supply actually. Do I? I don't think I do have a 36 volt power supply. So these ones we might not be able to do until I get a 36 volt power supply. But these are the Lumerys. These are the ones that I had that we just put on Gurr's house. They're pretty nice. I gotta say, they're pretty nice. Like I said, they're super bright. They've got two RGB, they've got RGB and then two whites as well. Okay, so someday we will hook those up to a different controller. These ones I've been pretty happy with. Jackson was in my office messing with stuff. That's what's going on. Jackson was in here messing with stuff. Okay, these ones, oh my gosh. Oh, and they're on the audio reactive. These are on sound reactive right now. Okay, these were just some generic ones from AliExpress. Okay, but these ones I do have the controller for these ones, so we may be able to splice into that one. These are some that Paul Zhang has offered. I don't know if these are going to be very good. Love you, buddy. Bye. Jackson's heading back to college. These are 24 volt lights. They don't have a different controller either. And then these are some of the same ones that are. Oh yeah, these are the ones. So this is what we'll do. We will splice into these. The principle is the same. This is my white light. Okay. The principle that we're going to follow here is the same. This is what we're going to do. Okay. So we're going to take these pucks, which honestly I believe to be very similar to the Govee ones. I think these are actually probably even closer, but we'll see. We'll have to see when we get them. No, these look like they're more Govee-ish. Anyways, these are similar to the original ones. These are I'm pretty sure this is a 36 volt. I'm going to unplug it. Here is the power supply that it has. Oh, it says 24. So this is only 24 volts. Okay. Well, 24 volts will work fine with this. I really need a 36 volt system to be able to test. So what I'm going to have to do is buy a 36 volt power supply and then use the ones for the whatchamajigum over here, the Lumery. But I don't have a 36 volt power supply that I can think of. If I think of a place where I would have one, I will get them, but I don't think I have one right now. Anyways, what we will do though is we'll go through a little bit of how to make this work. Let's start by reflashing this guy because we flashed this last week. Remember last week we spent all that time helping out my brother-in-law, trying to get him all squared away. There we go. We did finally get Ron all squared away for all of you who are concerned. Okay, let's go back here. You guys can't see this, so we'll back up a little bit here. All right, let's go turn this off. And now, here we go. I don't have 36 volt power tools. Do I have 36 volt power tools? What are Ryobi? A 12 and a 24 you can run in series. You want me to do that? Yeah, I could do that. Hey, Grammy. Can somebody please find out what, from Dev the Researcher, what please have a look means? I'm not sure what he means. Oh, yes. That's what I'm going to use. Yes, that's a great idea. I will get one of those out, Quindor. Dang, I'd have to get one of the kids to grab one for me. I'll get it downstairs, and we can show that off. And then maybe we can, I do have a 12 and I do have a 24. So let's, okay. Yes. So what Quindor's talking about there, fellas, is the Power-5HV now. So we have a high voltage version of the Power-5. He's just spamming me. Okay. Somebody give him a warning shot across the bow. So yes. So Quindor now, we have a Power-5HV, which you can use with 36 volt power supply. So you can take the regular power supply from Govee, which is 36 volts, or these Lumery, and you can go straight in with their power supply into the Power-5HV and an Octa brain, and then run wLED. Like bingo! Like you don't have to do any monkeying around. We're gonna do a little monkeying around right now for about the next 15 minutes. Stop me at 15 minutes, okay? And tell me, Drz, you got to go get the Power-5HV. We want to see it. And I'll say, okay. Deal? Deal. All right. So we're going to install wLED real quick on this one. I'm sure we did it last time, but it was all funkilated, so we're just going to do it fresh. This is right about the time that Creative shows up and says, "You're still not using my Dr. Pepper one?" Running PSUs in series is like not the greatest idea. Wear safety glasses. I'm surprised. Usually Sir Goodenough, he looks out for my safety, but I gotta agree with Quindor on that one. That seems like a risky business. Maybe he was just joshing me. Maybe Sir Goodenough doesn't really want me to do that. 3 12-volt car batteries in series. So Quindor, Botch here, Saint Botch asks about 48 volts. Does it support 48 volts? Let me text Zoe. Zoe has been doing so good. All right, let's see. All right, we're gonna text little Zoe and we're gonna say, "Can you please?" Oh, maybe I should just call her. Let's just call her. See if she'll answer.
Hello?
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Hey, would you do me a big old favor?
Sure.
Would you bring me up a Power-5HV and a brain board, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love you.
Bye.
She's down there filling orders right now. I love my life. I love my life. My life is good. PSUs need isolated outputs to do that. For instance, ATX power supply has ground connected to earth, so it would short out. Oh. Only a few amps and fuses available instead of hundreds of amps. Ooh, pink one. Pink one. Pink one. Why don't I know this? Why don't I know this about you, Johnny? Help me, brother. Help me. I'm feeling left out. Okay. So, what we're going to do here, we are going to, if I take this, put this here, I do need to power this. And I can't from there, so I'm going to have to power it from here. Okay, I can do this. I know what to do. Is this a 12? This is a 12. Okay. I know, he came and said bye. Thanks, honey. All right. All right, I got a power supply here. All right, so this is a 12-volt power supply. Let me show you how I've got this arranged. Let me grab a couple wires. For the pink LEDs. What is it? You doing pink LEDs? I can't get that screw out. All right. So we're going to power this from this 12-volt power supply over here. Positive goes in here. It's a little bit fat, that's why. Too many screwdrivers. Okay. I know ferrules. Everybody says get ferrules. you guys all have a good Thanksgiving weekend? You know, for you guys in Europe and such, you're missing out. Johnny always wants pink LEDs, so better make all the LEDs pink today. All right. Okay, I didn't know that, Johnny. I didn't know that you were pink LED guy. So does that come up in chat? Does that come up like in Discord or something that you guys talk about that? That's funny. I like that. All right. If at any point you think I'm 30 seconds away from blowing something up, please warn me in the chat because it's like a few second delay. So if you think I'm going to blow something up, you got to tell me ahead of time. All right, let's see. This is already live, so this will go right there and right there. Okay. So that's powered up. Now we got 12 volts going into there. So now this wLED controller is going to be running. It's going to be outputting to the wLED AP that we can watch. And then we're going to have what I've got here. If what you see here, all I've got connected on the output side of this, don't get confused by the antenna. All I've got connected on the output side of this is a ground wire and then a data wire. Okay. Now the data wire, this I thought was kind of genius. The data wire is going to a three-way switch. So the data wire goes from the quad or from the Uno here, from the wLED controller, the data wire goes to this side. The middle is the output to the pucks. Okay, middle output to the pucks. The other side is the data that will come in from the native controller for these pucks. All right. The other connection that I've got here is the ground, which is the ground from the pucks, which will be, it's the controller ground. So see, it's just those same wires. It's coming in from the controller connection. It's going in here and then going out back to the LEDs and then to my ground on that controller. Okay, so I've got ground and data connected that'll go to the lights. And the last thing I need to do is plug in that controller again, plug it in here, and then we need to just flip this switch back and forth. We'll just tell me now. But watching you blow things up is so much fun. I see power 12 volts. Can you put the link to buy? Oh, AliExpress. What about security? You mean for this 12 volt power supply? I got to watch the live streams from Quindor. Is that where Johnny's always talking about the pink lights? Oh, awesome. I do miss out on Quindor's live streams. I'm almost always at work on Fridays, but I love it. I love that we have a crossing community. Quindor and I are kind of like the same. All right, here we go. All right. So now this end of the controller is live. So this is coming from the power supply and the control box that is native to these lights. So we're going to connect this up here, and that will connect the grounds. So we shouldn't pop anything, but we might. Okay, so there we go. Now, if I flip this switch, oh yeah, I remember you were testing these power supplies, right? Yeah, you said it's at best 75 watts, not 400. Okay. So now if I flip this switch so that this wire from this is going to here, whew, then we have control with this. We should. No? Why is that not working? On, off. It's not doing anything, but it should. Okay. That's not working. We're gonna have to power them down. They don't like something I'm doing here. Maybe they didn't like that they didn't have data initially. So maybe we should turn that on and then turn this on. No, that didn't change anything. I have their app on my phone. I don't really like their app. I would much rather use this. Okay, well, let's try this again. Let's just switch this over. Any batteries in the remote? Yeah, there's batteries in the remote. I was using this same one on these lights over here. Maybe it doesn't like, yeah, it doesn't like that it doesn't like having the data switched, and maybe it doesn't like the other ground. Yeah, so they're working fine when I do this. So this is the same lights, and the remote is working fine on these. But when I connect them up here, they are really not happy. What if I do, so what if I do, the spaghetti mess of lights here is a little bit crazy. All right, so this is, I believe, the other end of those. Nope, it's not. This must be, yes, it is. All right, so here's the other end. So this has a bunch of lights that are working. And then what if I just put this in here afterwards? What's going to happen? Oh, wait, let's do... Oh, no, we want that. Yeah. Yeah, they don't like something. I bet they don't like that ground. I wonder if I need to switch the ground. Do you think I need to switch them both? I need to switch the ground and the data? And how is it going to get power? How's it going to get the 36 volts? Oh, it'll still get the 36. Let's try this. If I just take this ground out, now it shouldn't be any different. Okay. They're not happy. That's for sure. That's so strange. I wonder if I broke them somewhere along the way. Because those are working. These are not. Okay. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. Boo. All right. Well, that's not going to work. Data's on the wrong leg. Is it? I don't know. Maybe. I think maybe I've got the switch going the wrong way. So if I go there. Man, that was really bright in my eyes. I'm having a hard time seeing now. Oh, yeah. I was switching it the wrong way. So, whoops. Whoopsies. Yeah, I had the switch the wrong way. When he acts weird, that's usually the problem. So I think what was happening was I had the switch the wrong way. I expected that the switch was working one way and the switch works another way. So, oh, come on, you turkey. Get back in there. Okay, that seems like it's there. Okay, now let's see. Oh, good. Okay, now they're working. Thank you very much. Scott, you fixed it. But so, okay, so you can see that now so I've got this switch, and right now it's switched so that these lights are getting the same control as the rest of the lights, and I can control them with this remote control. So I turn them on, and they're coming on. Don't worry about these over here. We skip those. Actually, we can take those off now. And we can just do this. So I don't have quite so many lights in my eyeballs, burn my retinas out. Okay. These lights have their own proprietary controller too. Man, that's so bright. We are definitely going to turn down the brightness. Okay. Change the mode a little bit. Turn the brightness down. It's not really going any lower. All right. Well, anyways, here we go. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. So now we need to, I think what's going to happen though, I'm going to have to turn them off so they don't have any data. Now we're going to switch it that way. We're going to switch it this way. Now, the reason that they're green, knucklehead me, the reason that they're green, we should have figured this out, is because they are being controlled by wLED and the wLED app. Silly man. Silly man with the bald head. That's why they're green. So if I watch, I'm going to turn them off. Oh, yes. Hallelujah. So when I press this, they come on. I press this and they go off. This is fantastic because it means if you like your native controls, like say the wife or whoever likes the Govee app or the Lumery app or whatever, great. You put in a switch like this, wire it up this way. You can use the remote and it's all good when you're back to this, right? Oh, I did I not turn it off? Yeah, I think we need to disconnect that. We need to disconnect power too. I think we need more than just the data needs to be switched. You need to power them off, power the lights off, because they like remember and they don't like it. Yeah, they don't like this at all. It worked for a minute. I think we got to switch more than just the data. All right. Okay. Oops. Off. Great. Now it'll work. On. Okay. So I can turn them off, turn them on with my remote, right? Turn them off, turn them on, do different stuff. Okay. Great. Make sure you turn them off. Then I can switch this. And then I switch over to wLED. Now I'm on this. When I turn this on, they come on. Let's try it again. If I turn that off, okay, flip this, flip it. Yeah, no, it doesn't like going back. Oh, it did okay that time. Okay, it's working again. Okay, great. That's awesome. Well, I don't even know. Do I even need to show you anything in the wLED app? I don't even think I need to. We don't need to really worry about what else it can do. That's the main stuff. I think, though, I would have probably like, is there such a switch? I would probably, honestly, I would switch all three just to make the disconnection between this and this as clear as possible. Just even if you switch it, you just switch off the power and switch the power back on. You might not need to switch the ground, but I would just switch them all. Probably, especially, I wonder if you could do it if just disconnecting the ground would do it. So let's see. We're going to go back. Okay, so we're on. So we're on the native app for this. We're going to switch over to wLED. We're going to go to the controls, and we're going to turn the lights on in the wLED app, and we're going to change colors. The RGB color order is wrong. That's okay. All right. And we can do an effect. Great. Worky. I had to turn the brightness down. Gosh, it's still so bright. Great. Okay, sweet. All right, so we'll turn that off. And now when we go back, that's when we had troubles, right? So we switch it back to the middle. So now it's not getting, the lights are not getting any data, but they are still getting power and ground. And if I switch it to this one, now they're on wLED. Okay. So I'm still in the wLED app here, so I can still turn them on here. Yep. Okay. Sweet. Color winkle. Okay. Oh, brightness down. Burning my face off. Melting my face. Okay, great. But then we turn them off here. Switch back to the middle. switch back, and they do all funky like this. Until you turn them on and then off. Okay, so that works okay. That works okay. Let's repeat that one more time just to make sure that we can replicate this. Okay, so we're on wLED. Switched it to the wLED control. Turn them on with wLED. It's all good. We got lots of colors. We can do RGB color order. These are definitely wrong on the RGB color order. I can figure that real quick. And it doesn't matter. These are all that's coming out of here is the ground and the power, or ground and the data. No power is even coming out of this. You could control, this could be a 5-volt power supply. It just happened that I've got this 12-volt one here, but it could be 5, it could be 24, whatever. It doesn't matter because the power is not going through. All this power is only turning on this chip and then making sure the data can go and stuff. All right, so let's try a different RGB color order. It's probably BRG instead of RGB. Sorry, it's GRB, it's RGB. Let's try that. Okay, let's go back to the controls. Oh, we need to go to the effect solid. Okay, great. Now we can go to the colors. Now the colors are correct. Blue is blue, green is green, red is red. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there it is. Okay, so the colors are now correct. Great. Okay, so we turn that off. We're gonna be done with that for a minute. And now we're gonna flip this back to the neutral. And then to this one. Now, when we do that, these first two lights come on, or not even the first two lights, like the first light and one like halfway out in the middle for some reason comes on red. It's super bright. I can't turn them off. I can't change the colors like this, but if I turn them on, then I can turn them off. And I can turn it on and I can change the colors. Okay. And then off again. All right, so it works. I think that's repeatable enough that I'm confident saying this works. So what you need to do one more time is connect all the grounds. So you got the power coming from here, from your power supply. I split the wires apart. Power, I didn't change at all. This is a 36-volt wire. It's going in here. I didn't change it at all. Not 36. This one's 24 in this particular case, which you could just run through there. But what I'm trying to do here is preserve the function of the normal thing, because maybe you like the normal app, right? Maybe the normal app is, like I said, it's what your spouse or whatever your significant other likes better, but you want to be able to switch in for X lights or something else. Boom. This is how you do it, right? As long as you provide an LED control signal from the connected controller, the LEDs will be fine. If the connected controller is off, the LED might pick up a spike when you're switching. That must be what's happening, Dutch, right? Just noise on the data line. It would transfer cleanly. Yeah, I think you're right too, Rambozo. Even if you just switched to the ground, I would bet. Even if you just switched to the ground and the power, the ground and the data, it would probably be enough. Question, I have a set of pixel string lights. I think I have blown the first light. I get no lights at all with wLED. Other strips work fine. So Flibble, two things to try. First thing to try, make sure that you're not on the wrong side of the pixels. Make sure that you're not going in on the output side. Number one thing I would check. And then number two, yeah, you may have messed up that first pixel. The first pixel may be bad. So cut the first pixel out. You may even have to cut the first two and then try it again. But first and foremost, make sure that you're on the correct side. You're on the input side and you're not trying to put your power and your data and stuff on the back side. Okay. All right. So we did that. That was great. Yay. Victory, victory, victory. Now let's talk about the other one. I'm going to disconnect this. I'm going to disconnect this. Okay. Sweet. Oh man. I love it when things work out. Like when Michigan beats Ohio State. Woo! I love that. Oh my gosh. Where's Vanessa today? Huh? Where's Vanessa? Always giving me grief, and now she's not here today. Okay, what we got here, this is the new, we're going to spend the next few minutes on this, and then we'll get off for today. This is the new Octa Power-5HV for high voltage, and we're going to combine it with an Octa, okay? Somebody's going to get their order, and the packages are going to be open, and this is why. Critical hit. You're right. I forgot. Critical hit. There we go. Victory, victory. All right, let's look at this. Now, I have had several people ask me about the picture, Quindor. The image on the website does say 24 volts instead of 48 volts. Yeah, it still says it here too. The silk screen still says 24 volt compatible. Is that supposed to be different? It's hard to see probably for you from there, but I see it. It says 24. Use one power supply only. Total max output. Continuous amps 30. What are you using for power there? Oh, this is just some goofy power supply. This actually, Quindor put these on his, did these on his stream. We bought them about the same time, independently of each other. I think AliExpress had them, and him and I are probably both shopping AliExpress almost every day. And they were on there, and I was like, dang, that looks like a pretty slick little power supply. I love how easy it is to connect and everything. It says 400 watts. Quindor did a stream with a bunch of testing and proved that to be closer to 75 watts, which all of a sudden makes it not nearly as useful. But anyways, this particular one is a 12 volt, but they have everything. They have 24, they have 48s. I don't remember for sure, but they're nice, compact. I have another one here that I'm using that's a 24 volt for some other lights. They're nice and compact. They're great. I love that they have these sort of Wago things on them, make them really easy to swap things in and out from. But yeah, take the rated power on there with a large spoonful of salt. That's the first version without the erratum sticker. The board really is 24 to 48. Is it 24 to 48 or is it 5 to 48? It's 24 to 48. Not, so you can't do it with 12. Is that what you're saying? Let's clarify that real good. Make sure that's clear. Because that would mean I can't use my 12 volt power supply that I've got here. I can chop into this other 36 volt one. Or this other 24. I keep thinking it's 36. It's not. Okay, all the usual stuff here. We don't need any of this. You can, let's see, this has the usual stuff. So power output. So this could go, what would that go to? That would go to the relay. I don't remember how that one works. I do have an Octa running mine, but correct, 24 to 48. Okay, so it is not 12 volts compatible. Let's remember that, kids. It is not 12 volts compatible. I assume we'd have to, the best way here is going to be to put the Octa on top of this, right? Probably have an Octa that's not opened, or that's already opened as well. But I'm just going to claim this as my own now. And when I do finally get my 36 volt power supply, I will use this to power my Govee and a few of these other ones. So this is just the antenna. All right. I don't put these together very often. Is that these? Must be these. Oh, no, it's these skinnier ones, the ones that are the skinnier tips. There we go. Do these have to be longer now with this? The longer ones? I think these short ones won't be tall enough. Yeah, no, they won't be. Yeah, the short ones won't cut it, will they? These guys. Hey, DRB it. How's it going, man? What if I run 12 kilovolt lights? Yeah, that Rambozo, that'll work. That'll work. That'll work once. I guess maybe you could use it with these extensions. Nope, those are not made for the same ones. All right. So these longer ones is what we need. Longer ones plus this, I don't know that I'm going to get this all the way connected up. I think what I might do today, just for the sake of time, because it is a short time, we're just going to introduce the concept here. So we were successful in our initial project for today, which was take a DrZs in this case, and basically splice the data and the ground into a off-the-shelf puck light kit, just some generic pucks from AliExpress that were like $30 or something. They were super cheap, but they're not that different from something like Govee, and be able to switch back and forth between the two data outputs. So you could have the data output from the native controller, or you could switch it over to and have the data output from the DrZs. So super cool, very, very useful. Why does that one not like me? This one doesn't like me very much. That screwdriver is useless. It's too fat. All right, so there's those. Now we're going to need ones for the other side. All right, so then this is going to go this way. So much hardware here. Find the right stuff. Oh, I didn't put one in the middle. I need to put one in the middle too. Restream bot once and then all the smoke leaks out. Come on, you turkey, get in there. All right, well, let's chat for a few minutes because we're not gonna do a long stream today. I'm gonna do just another about 15 minutes maybe, and then we'll cut it off today. So I want to hear what you guys have been up to. Let me tell you what else I've been up to. I built a mega tree in the backyard that I used a real tree to mount it from. So I have a real tree used as the stand for my pseudo mega tree. I say real tree because it is a real tree. And what I will be doing today after my nap is I will be working fast and furiously. I'm going to use these fast and furiously on the sphere again. We got the sphere parts in, and I've started working on it, and I am going to continue to work on it for the next week or so. We should be able to have, even with just like occasional, like only working on it after work kind of stuff, I should be able to get it done and working by, or at least the frame up and functional by Saturday. I think I can do it in a week. I noticed that one of you didn't slam the like button. Finally used for the pine tree in the backyard. You got it, SG. That's the one, man. And it looks pretty good. I'll actually show you. I think I can pull up a quick video of it probably to show you what I was doing with it last night. Making wLED sound reactive megaphone. Hello. Sounder. Oh, that's what you're making? LED balloon? Oh, that's awesome. So you have the LEDs on the megaphone? That's fun. What do you use a megaphone for? Like for parties or for like DJing or for like, what do you use it for? You finished installing Permatrack. All right. Tiny Hardware. I'm happy to hear that. I am happy to hear that. I felt bad for a fella who made a comment on the video that I put out that he's not happy with his Permatrack. He got, I'm sure I think the first year, maybe 2 years, we were selling sheet metal. And of course, it rusted. And that was really bad. And I feel for him. It is unfortunate. Okay, so there you go. That is the basics of the Octa Power-5HV. So now with a 24 volt power supply going into this, right? And what does it say? What was the max current? Was it 15 amps? Is that what you said? 30 amps continuous. So 30 amps continuous. So this would be the power supply input from a 24 volt power supply, which right now I don't have on hand. So we will finish this up once I get some Govee lights and the proper power supply. So maybe we'll do this one next weekend. We'll keep going with this, and we'll set this up. If I can get some Govee lights by next weekend, I will. Which reminds me, if there's anybody in Utah that has extra Govee lights that you wouldn't mind sacrificing, I only need a couple. Like, I don't need 100 of them. I just need a couple so we can test and play around with. So if anybody has some extras that you like cut off the end of your string or something and you would be willing to donate them, please let me know. Okay. Inside and outside the outer ring for my cheerleading nieces. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, Adrian Trout, thank you for subscribing. Do you like unicorns or planes? So unicorns or planes? We're gonna do planes. I don't even give you a chance to answer. Oh, somebody else. Scott, thank you very much. Scott, we'll do the other one. One issue I would warn users about: file the ends where it excess paint. If you don't, STL parts won't fit correctly. Oh, interesting. Much easier to learn that on the ground and not on the ladder. Oh, interesting. So the STL, the 3D printed parts that you can get to put on there, they don't maybe slide on perfectly if you have, unless you like shimmy off some of the paint. Is that what you're saying? I see. I see. That's good advice. That is good advice. Okay. What else? Let's see. And Chris says, obliterate the like button. Chris, I hope you got the dose of the doctor that you needed today. Getting kids off the lawn and yelling at clouds. Oh, I was going to show you I was going to see if I could pull up let me see if I can pull up this picture. Give me a second. You can tell the parts hung the printed and pulled on the ends. Oh, no. Oh, sorry, dude. Oh, man. Why doesn't this remember my... It doesn't remember my password. Come on, baby, please. Please. No. Try that one. No. Okay. No. Oh, yep, there it goes. Okay, great. We're in. We're in. Now we just got to see if it saved my pictures. Photo station. I know you can't see, but it's you don't want to see this. Oh, we got off. Hey, Raspy, just in time. Except now we're about to get off. Let's see. Oh man, I want the most recent stuff. What is all this craziness? Oh dear. Oh dear. That enclosure you use for the ready to go. What is the name of the link? Oh gosh. I don't know. I think you might have to email sales at Permatrack and ask them. If you just got it, did you just get it? Is that the one? Oh, why is this so hard? This should be easy. Folders, I should have my own folder. Public. Oh yes, Daddy. Okay, here we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Recents. Must be in backwards order. This is not. We're getting to the end, though. We are getting there. I got a lot of pictures on here. Wish it was. How many chips would that take? 1/2 inch strips to make frames and hang in front of my windows. Should have done a mega tree on my flagpole. You should totally do a mega tree on your flagpole. Yes, you should. Oh, sort. There we go. That's what I want. By. Dang it. I'm just trying to find these. Man, that's weird. So it's not. Oh, it backed up some of my recent pictures, but not the ones from like yesterday. That's too bad. That's too bad. I would have liked to have shown you that. Let me see if I can just email it to myself in 5 seconds here. Oh, I think I may have sent it to Discord. Actually, it might be in Discord. If this was a Mac. I'll just email myself. When it finishes uploading. It's going to take forever. That matches Dr. Z's shirt. Oh, yeah, that's right. You know what I did? I switched it because I did the mirror because I want it to look, because when I look at the computer, it's over there on that side of me. And that's like if I have my, there's nothing here that you can't see. So if I have my screen up and I point to the screen, I'm pointing to the screen. So it looks that way for you. But that's why my shirt is backwards. That's awesome. Oh man, that's funny. Did not know that was going to be a thing. Didn't think about that when I was doing this. That's okay. Forwards and backwards, we still beat Ohio. Oh man. Happy. All right, well, maybe what we can do is let's just have you, for what it's worth, this is a horrible way to do it, but for what it's worth, that is now my mega tree in the backyard. Pretty sweet, huh? Just say it's on inside out. How about that? Is that cool or what? So that is the tree, and you can see, like, okay, if you're going to get into the details, you can say, oh, well, the spacing is off and the top is kind of droopy in the middle. And if you look at it in the daylight, you definitely can see that it's droopy in the middle and it's imperfect in a lot of ways. But man, it's cool. It looks, for what it is and for what it took me to put it together, it was not too bad. Not too bad at all. So yes, this was me celebrating after the game yesterday. That's what I did. Put that together for that. So awesome. Let's take some questions. You guys want to ask any questions for the next minute and a half, and then we'll get off. I do need to find some backwards shirts. I should probably just print myself some backwards shirts. I have some, I have the whatever you would call it to do that with. I'll post on Maker World and Thingiverse for others. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, you mean the things? It's in Discord. Why not just pull it from there? That's a good idea. All right. I will work on getting a power supply and some Govee lights. And then next stream, we'll do that. Now that we got Sir Goodenough here, Sir Goodenough, we were all talking, and we thought maybe you would be the one best qualified to coordinate multiple streams if we wanted to try to do the 12 streams of Christmas, because I can't do all 12. But if you will help us and coordinate who can do some streams and see if there's some other people on Discord or out there in the world, in the community, whatever, that are willing and able to do some, let me know, because I think that's going to be the way we'll get it done this year. If we can do it, it'll have to be done by splitting it up. And if we can make that happen, then great. And not too much pressure, right? If you can't do it, or if you think that's not my jam, then fine, no big deal. A sphere on the top of that mega tree would be pretty wild. Yes, it would be. Am I going to start doing lives and videos more often again? I'm going to try and do them every week again. I mean, there's going to be some weeks I'm going to miss. I do not expect that I will have another run where I am not doing it for, a couple of months at a time, 2 or 3 months at a time like I did. But yeah, for now, I am back on it. Okay, so good enough to take in 2. I could probably do 4. So if we can find somebody else or a few other people to pick up here and there, we should probably get Quindor can do a couple. Come on, Quindor. We throw you in there, give you a couple, have you do a couple of those. And I don't know who else. They don't have to be LED. It's just part of the 12 streams of Christmas. We'll call it the, we could still call it the DrZzs 12 streams of Christmas. DrZzs and Friends 12 streams of Christmas. Something like that. What do you think? I could probably get Gers to do one. I don't know if he'd like that or not. He was gearing up to be able to do it. I don't know if I'm not sure he wants to. I could probably talk him into it, but he'd probably, it's a little bit nerve wracking. You guys remember when I started doing it. I think I'm more comfortable now. Not that I'm completely comfortable even now. It's still sometimes kind of hard, but just got your Octabrain and high power distro board to use with Govee to control via X lights through wLED. Haven't hooked it up, but I'm sure looking forward to get it and work. All right, Nate. Well, hey, Nate, that's what we're going to do. That's what this is right here. This is what you're looking at. And we are going to be doing that next week. Next stream. I'm hoping it's next week. Always up for surprises, but I'm hoping it's next week. And that's what we will be doing. So I will be with you on that. Excited to see how it goes for you. Okay, everybody. That's my yawn. That means it's time to do the thing and head off for a nap. So thank you for being here. Short stream, I know. Hope you all had a very good family weekend, and I hope you have a safe and wonderful week for the next week. Thank you for being here. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time, adios. There it is.